How have recent historical events affected the course of research in organizational psychology? Give an example of an event and the resulting outcome. Organizational psychology is a field that utilizes the behavior of individuals working in organizational settings. In the past few years, technology has become an evident factor in an organizational setting. Technology has made it so that some employees can work from home and not have to go into work, have access to their phone on personal devices, and productivity from both of these new ways of work. The smartphone allows for work to be accessible at all times and making it so people can have work in the palm of their hand. Researchers have seen some of the positive impacts this has on job performance because of flexibility and rapid intake of information. But they are also looking at the negatives of having work be able to consume your everyday life and the conflicts that this may cause when it comes to work detachment. Describe the socialization process for graduate students in your program. Is the program successful in socializing newcomers and creating job embeddedness? The socialization process is a formal socialization process, meaning that all newcomers have a relatively standardized set of experiences during the socialization process. Since this program is an online master's program, it is a very individualized program, but Liberty and the professors have each student in the class write a discussion board to introduce us to other students. There's also a discussion board for students to look for encouragement that helps students engaged and innovative. Liberty makes each student feel as though they are in a classroom setting, having them meet their fellow classmates, and also in each of the modules of learning, the professor has a video of what the students are learning, and these videos show the professor's face. By doing this, it creates a team-like setting, and you know that you are not alone, and it helps socialize each student into the Liberty program. How can an organization reduce or prevent family-work conflict? An organization can reduce or prevent work-family conflict by organizational support, by instituting policies and benefits to employees seeking to balance work and family, as well as by redesigning the job to fit with employee needs. Organizations can also reduce or prevent work-family conflict by looking at the supervisor's behavior. Employees may fear negative repercussions for using available organizational resources, such as poor performance reviews or being passed up for a promotion due to the perceived lack of acceptance by the supervisor. When the employee feels as though the supervisor understands or they have a supportive supervisor that they can talk to, this can reduce the work-family conflict. To prevent work-family conflict, organizations can offer family-friendly benefits that can allow employees to balance their work demands with the demands of their home lives. Examples are on-site daycare or exercise facilities, flex time, telecommuting, or job sharing. Imagine you have been asked to develop a performance assessment program for employee development. What techniques could you use to adequately evaluate employee performance as comprehensively as possible? In order to adequately evaluate employee performance as comprehensively as possible, it's important to look at in-role performance and extra-role performance of the employee if I were to be basing this off of Murphy's List. Techniques that could be used to evaluate employees' performance are first to look at in-role performance, which could be evaluated by having the employee track their work to see what is being done at work and how long each assignment is taking. For extra roles, such as interpersonally oriented behaviors, a technique that could be used as a client-based survey, or having the company as a whole do recognitions of other employees and evaluating what is said about each employee from customers and peers. For downtime and destructive behaviors, it would be based on an observation of the employee in the company. What are some possible common organizational constraints? How can they lead to counterproductive behaviors? Some possible common organizational constraints are norms, stress, and injustice. Norms can serve as useful guidelines for behavior in social situations, but if there are counterproductive behavior norms, it is likely that an employee will follow the norms surrounding them and fall into having counterproductive behaviors. Stress can lead to counterproductive behaviors because an employee may feel a lack of control when they are overly stressed. They believe that reinforcements in their environment are not under direct control, but rather are the result of luck, fate, or power of others. Another constraint is injustice, meaning that they believe that something in the organization is unjust and so they react by counterproductive behaviors. An example of this is someone believing that they did not get a promotion because of injustice in the system, and so instead they decide they will not help the employee that they think took their promotion, resulting in a lack of communication which can affect the company. Behaviors.